Here I will be showcasing how you can store images in VBCS. There is no direct option of saving the images in VBCS business object, right? How we can store the image in database with Visual Builder and how we can using ORDS. So what we'll do is we'll directly go to our FX, ATP instance. I have some of the databases already available. So I'm just going to already provisioned ATP instance. I'm going there, right? So it is available right now because you can see it is in green. And I'm just going to use FX here. So that will be more easy. So once Apex is loaded, so we are going to use the password which we have when we are time of provisioning, we used an admin password which we have given. So I'm just using the same here also. So I'm going in, signing in to the administration. As soon as I sign into administration, I have to create a workspace. So I'll be creating a workspace here. So I'm just going to give us gallery as my, and I'm just giving a password as well. Right. So I've created my workspace. So once created my workspace, I'm going to my workspace. Right. So I'll be here. I'm clicking on the gallery and giving the password which I have just now given. Right. So first, what we will do is here, like we will going to create a table, gallery where we are going to store our images, and we using the RESTful service in Apex, which is using the ORDS. We are going to create REST services to get the image, and we are going to post the image using this REST service. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to use a command, SQL command for running some of the creating the database. The table. So I'll be here. And you can see it. I have some of the queries. So I'm just going to create a sequence here first. Going to run it. Right, you can see this sequence is created. Now I'm going to create the table with the column name and field name and data types. So here I am using a blob for the image. You can see that. So the table is also created. Once created, I'm going to trigger a BI gallery where I will be auto-populating the ID of that image gallery. Right, I'm running that as well. It's taken care. So the last is I'm going to enable the trigger functionality. Right, so that is done. So let's go to the object browser to see whether the table is created. Right, the table is created here, and I can see the table column names and all that stuff. Right, here it's there. You can see the data type. So first, what we are going to do is like we are going to enable the REST ORDS schema to access the RESTful service. Right, so this is the one. So we have to register schema with ORDS. So everything will be the same. We are going to install a sample service as a reference, and the schema is gallery, right? Because we have that user, and yeah, we are here now. All right. So let us see. First, we have to create a modules, right? So we have already this module available because as we have the sample service already installed here. So the sample service will be there. So we are going to use the same name, not much change. We will change the URI prefix. So you can, I'm just going to give Oracle example dot image, right? And I'm going to give the path like image URI path. The rest, it will be same. I'm just going to create it. Created the module. Right. So this is done. Let us see now. What I have to do is like I have to create a template. Right. So I'm going to create a template like with a path. So I'm just going to give save. Right. So this is everything will be the same. So you don't have to change anything. Once we have created the template, next thing what we have to do is like we have to create a handler, right? So we are going to create 3 handlers here. One to get all the images in the database in the table, and there is to post right from the VBCS. We have to post the image, and the other one is like to get image when we are giving only one based on the ID, right? So let us create the handler for get first. And we will see whether that API is working. So I'm just giving the query here and just using select star from gallery, right? So now it has to work because we are just using a get method. Let us see whether this will work. So for to see that to work, you have to just go to your browser with the URI, URL. So let us see whether it is working, right? So I've copied it. I'm just going to go to my browser. Right, I'm just copied. Yeah, it's copied. Just go here and I'm just running it. Yeah, you can see it is working because there is no data available. That's why it is showing like that. So next we are going to create one more handler here for the post, where we will be posting once we take an image or a picture or an image, upload an image, we want to store it, right? That's what we're going to do it now. So let us see here, create handler. So we are going to use the post method, right? So it will be going to post. So let us see this code. I have to use this particular procedure here. So yeah, so this is what we are going to give. We are giving we are inserting that into gallery where the title and content type and image, right? So there will be a status and there will be a location. For that, we have to give some of the parameters. So that's what we are going to give. So first one is we are giving as a content type. So it will be where it will be in and string. We have to add one more like for Apex word. Here we are giving our location as our variable. And we are doing here out, not in, and string. One more we are giving is x Apex. Okay, sorry, this one we have to edit. Status code. We are giving here status. Here also out. Same. Right? And one more we are giving here is type. We're going to pass it. Title. We're going to, yeah. So this is the parameters we are giving. Apex forward and status code where we will get this one details. And two things, we are content type and in title we are passing through the header. So that is, let's see there. So I think this is also done. right? So now one more we will give. So when it will be saved in the database, meantime, we are getting the URL for this particular image, and we are going to store that image URL in our uh, mm, business object, right? VBCS business object. So for getting that image, and we have to have one more template here. Let us see. All right. So we are going to create one more template saying save slash ID, right? So, oh, sorry, yeah, save slash ID. I mean, save slash curly braces ID. We're just going to pass the ID. So once that is passed, we will get the particular image, right? We can see this image. So in business object, we are going to just save the image URL where we can get that one. So we are going to create just an handler of get. Yeah. So just make sure that it has to be in media resource where we are going to get a media. So this is just how we have to give, right? That's what we are going to do here. Yes. So we are getting the image from there and we are just showing it. We are going to create this handler as well. Yeah. So almost all of the things are done. Right. So we have already got. So now we are going to our VBCS instance. We are going to create a new application gallery app. That is just validated. Yeah, validated. So we have it validated actually. And we can check our REST service, right? First we will check with our get method to see it is working. So we'll come here, go to our one, and we will have it here, right? So we'll click next, right? So it will be here now. So let us see, we will change this name as gallery service. We'll just test it is working or not. So if we just do that, yeah, we are getting that one. We're just going to save it, right? And we are going to create it. So we have one. So we have to have the post as well. So we're going to create one more endpoint. So make sure that slash save has. So here we are going to change to post, and we are going to make action index create. We are going to give save slash, right? So yeah, and we are going to add it. Before that, we have to do something in the request part. We have to change media type as image slash PNG, right? So that's what we have to do. And in the response also, we have to make it as image png, right? So that we have to do, we make sure that you are doing that part. So request and the response, right? So meantime, one more thing we have to do in the post, we have to add two dynamic headers. So we are going to create that. One is title, where it will be string, right? And one more we are adding is content type. Here we are going to mention as image/png in the default value, right? So make sure that you don't forget to do that, and we'll make both as required, right? And we are going to do add. So that's it from this side. Then we are going to create a business object where we are just going to show a contact, right? Our business object will be contact, and in the business object only two fields we will have. One is so we will have our business object. Let us have two fields. One is name and another is picture. Both will be string picture, right? So this is the one. Now what we are going to do is like we are just going to create an app. Let us say mobile app. So just give the contacts. Application name, right, app, right? So just will be this. It will be here. So we are just going to give a list here. Now flow. So we'll go back down. Just put a list view here. Right, and we are going to add to our contact. And just create. We'll select this option. We will add picture and name. Picture we will make as image. Right, next. Finish it off. Yeah. So next we are going to add create page. Yeah, so there is no, so now we are going to add a create page. So we'll be coming here. We will be dropping name and picture. Right. So just yeah, so we will go to that. So we will go here, right? We'll go to the design part, right? We will put a button here, and we will put a avatar. Right, and avatar we will connect to the business object. right? And our button will make it as take picture, right? So what we will do is like on take picture, we are going to put a photo and we're going to add an event. Right, and we are going to give the take photo here. So make sure your type is this, right? And on the success, right, we are going to put our call endpoint. We're just going to call an endpoint. And the endpoint, we're just going to connect to our service connection gallery service post, right, and select. So we have to assign our this thing. So what we are going to do, we are going to connect to our name to the title, and content type we are going to give manually as image slash png, right? So that is there, done. Now we are going to take our body, so the take photo, and the body we are going to take the result of this one, and we're just going to connect to our body part, right? So that's it. Save. So in the notification, if some error comes in the error type, we can say that as some error. We can a transient error. We can show the error status here. Or you can just select it from here actually. Or status, we can show them. And in here, we are going to assign a variable, right? So we are going to assign a variable. So go to the variable. From the call REST service, right? We will be having header, right? From the result and the call REST service, we will have header, and we are going to pass it to our page. So we are going to pass it to our header picture. And there we have to write some more thing like get location, right? So we are just giving that header and we are mapping it to the location part. So that's it from this side. So I think everything we have taken care. Okay, it is done. I'm saying error here. Should have record property endpoint. We have assigned it here also. This is mapped. This is mapped. Yes, let us see it's working. So let us create it. Click on the create. Yeah, you can see it here. I'm just giving Ashish. I'm going to take a picture. So I'm just going to take this picture, right? I'm going to save it. Yeah, picture has come and you can see the picture here. It's going to save it. So record is saved and you can see Ashish here, right? So let us see what all things has happened here. Let us go to our business object, contact. Let us see the data, how it looks. You can see an image here coming for this. And let us see in our database, in our business object browser. So you will see the data, right? You can see that Ashish image name and a data type has come. And same thing, an URL for this particular row has been fetched and shown here. Imagine if we take this URL directly also, it will work. Right? Yeah, you can see it, it will work. So this is the best way to store an image in VBCS, where you don't have to worry about all the JavaScript code to convert it to base 64 and all that stuff. Because when you get a provisioned, when you go with a free trial, right, you will get an ATP instance free, where you can use that for storing the data. So you can use that for creating the database or the table for gallery to store the image, and you can use it for your VBCS, storing the image from VBCS. And you can take a picture, like if it is in a mobile, you can directly click that picture, click on photo, and it will store in the database. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand how easy it is to create, store images in VBCS.